Welcome to the third day of Vlogtober, mi gente. I'm your host, Daniel Rubio, and today we're talking about how to enjoy General Conference at home. One of the best things about the first weekends in October and April is that in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we gather together as a worldwide church to listen to the prophet, seer, and revelator. Today, that is Thomas S. Monson. The guy's amazing, super awesome, not only because he's a prophet, but because he's just a fun guy. And he's just a man like you and me, and that's awesome. Just like Peter of old, he gives us revelation about the church, and most importantly, about what the world has going on and what we should be focused on in our lives. Along with his 12 apostles, they give talks to us about what might be important to us, and each one of them are separate, however have some sort of connecting message throughout the whole conference, which is quite literally amazing. For those of you who are not LDS, you guys can watch what I'm talking about at 10 Mountain Standard Time and 2 Mountain Standard Time down in the links below. Also, a quick side note, it's my wedding anniversary, so if you want to watch my wedding video, you can catch it right here. So, first thing you need to know is that I think this is just a personal opinion. Actually, all of this is personal opinions of what I'm about to tell you. However, my suggestions have helped me in the past, and some other people as well, and you can take them or leave them. So number one on the list is the fact that you should dress to impress the Spirit. Now, what that means is that you should dress up like as if you're going to go to school, because you're learning not from your physical or like schooling stuff, but from God, and you should prepare for that. You should have you should look nice and not feel like you're gonna fall asleep the moment you sit back on the couch after eating breakfast. Second thing you should do and bring is to have a notebook with questions, whether they be personal questions or whether they be spiritual questions or whether they be temporal questions. Maybe if you want to know what you want to major in, you should write that down, and don't think that they're going to give you the answer, but remember that you will be prompted with a greater feeling of what direction you should go, and you should realize that that is a prompting from God and not just from your mind. What's also great about the importance of having a scripture journal or general conference journal is that you should write down the thoughts that come down to you and not just what the speakers are talking about, because a lot of times that is a huge struggle, not only for you but for me. I do that a lot, and I find myself struggling with it because I often don't go back to look at those notes because I know I can just read them. Sometimes I do because I know I jot down extra little thoughts which do help. Now, if you're not so much of a pencil pusher or have the desire to bring a notebook along or carry that when you go to watch conference, there's always live tweeting. You can live tweet General Conference with either quotes or impressions that you want with the hashtag LDSCONF, which stands for conference, and you can follow a lot of other people who are tweeting about the same things, which is also a great way to kind of see what people are thinking or feeling or what resonates with them. That's the final thing I would say for how to enjoy conference at home, is to really settle in on what's important and that it's time to listen to the prophet and you shouldn't be doing other things. It's hard to do, especially if you're doing it at home. You can say, oh, I can wash the dishes and listen to conference, but sometimes you don't get the full message, or you don't take that time to stop and jot down what your thoughts are about what they're trying to tell us, because the things that they're trying to tell us are important for our lives, and not only for people who are members of the church, but for everybody, because these are prophets and apostles of God, at least what I believe, and that they can share and help your lives whether you believe in God or not, because they have wonderful messages to everybody. That's all I have for this little segment of a vlog, and remember to stay tuned for what's coming up next.